Have you ever experienced a wind so fierce and primeval that it seems to carry secrets from the very soul of the earth? Or, as some would say, from hell itself? In the rugged heart of Argentina, nestled between desert plains and snow capped Andes, lies the region of Cuyo, a land shaped by wind, sun, and ancient stories. Traditionally composed of Mendoza, San Juan, and San Luis, and at times stretching into La Rioja and Catamarca, this region breeds folklore. And today, we lean in to listen to one of its whispers. In these striking landscapes, there is a wind known as El Zonda, but it's more than just a meteorological force. It's a presence, fierce, untamed, and steeped in a tale passed down through generations. A story of reverence, defiance, and the enduring bond between nature and the people who call this place home. Welcome to Words Across Worlds, the podcast where Argentine legends, myths, and stories come alive, helping you practice your English or discover the soul of our culture. I'm Veronica Pellegrino, and today I invite you to journey back in time to a moment when mountains stood as silent witnesses and the earth herself, Pachamama, demanded respect. This is the story of Gilanco, a hunter whose pride defied the sacred balance, and how his fate gave rise to one of the most powerful winds in the Andes, El Zonda. Long ago, before cities rose and vineyards lined the valleys, the rugged mountains of Cuyo were home to the Huarpe people, a community whose lives pulsed in harmony with the land. Among them lived Gilanco, a gifted young hunter whose mastery of the bow was the stuff of legend. His aim never faltered, his arrows struck true, swift as lightning and silent as shadow. In time, Gilanco's name became known across the region, spoken with reverence, even envy. But with such skill came pride, and with pride, a fatal arrogance. No longer content to hunt for sustenance, he roamed the wilds for sport, felling any creature that crossed his path. His arrows no longer fed his people, they served only his ego. Life was taken not out of need, but for conquest. The mountains grew quieter, emptier. The balance of nature trembled. And so, the guardian spirit of the animals, Jastai, stirred from his realm, summoned by the bloodshed staining the sacred slopes. One night, as moonlight silvered the mountain ridges, Jastai appeared before Gilanco in a dream. Tall, fierce, and unyielding. Gilanco, he warned, your arrows pierce more than flesh. They wound the spirit of Pachamama. The Earth Mother watches. She will not remain silent. Cease your cruelty or face a wrath older than the mountains themselves. But Gilanco scoffed. Blinded by pride, he dismissed the warning as superstition. A dream, nothing more. He woke with his heart unshaken, and his bow once again in hand. But Pachamama had seen enough. As Gilanco notched another arrow beneath the noonday sun, the sky darkened. A tremor ran through the earth. Then, in a moment that defied the laws of time, his arrow froze midair, suspended as if held by invisible hands. Dust rose in spirals. the air thickened. From the mountain itself, Pachamama emerged, her form towering, cloaked in wind and stone, eyes glowing with ancient fury. Gilanco, she thundered, her voice like the groan of shifting tectonic plates. You have dishonored the gift of life. You hunted not to live, but to dominate. Now you shall be bound to the very force you scorned. With a roar, the earth opened. A column of scorching wind coiled around him, lifting him into the heavens. The hunter vanished, and in his place rose a fierce, unrelenting wind. From that day on, when the Zonda howls down the slopes of the Andes, dry, scorching, and wild, the people say it is Gilanco's spirit, cursed to roam the wind, a living echo of Pachamama's fury. The Zonda is no ordinary breeze. It's a messenger, a warning, a force that strips leaves from trees, stirs dust from the earth, and whispers tales of retribution to those who dare ignore nature's laws. And yet, like all of Pachamama's creations, it serves a purpose. It warms the valleys, fertilizes the land, reminds humans of their place, not above, but within the natural order. Those who live beneath the shadow of the Andes have learned to respect it. When the Zonda rises, they listen, they remember. The legend of Gilanco is more than a cautionary tale. It is a mirror held up to us all. It speaks of the dangers of unchecked power, of the silence that follows greed, and of the earth's quiet demand for balance. In a world that often values domination over harmony, El Zonda is the voice of remembrance, fierce, invisible, and eternal. Thank you for joining me on this journey through wind and myth here on Words Across Worlds. The next time the Zonda rattles your windows or parches your throat, may you remember Gilanco and hear the voice of Pachamama in every gust. Until next time, keep listening, keep wondering, and keep exploring the stories that connect us all.